Good morning from a slightly chilly Florida. Today we're going to be exploring Walt Disney World in 4 degrees Celsius, which is 40 degrees Fahrenheit. It is January the 21st today, and it is one of the cheapest times of the year to come to Florida, this and September, which are two completely different ends of the spectrum. September is hurricane season and obscenely hot, and January is rather chilly. It's currently, it's about 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
About 10 o'clock, and we are heading to Hollywood Studios. We all wrapped up. I'm wearing many layers, I'm wearing a hat, and I am perfectly fine at the moment. It's a little bit chilly, but we're going to be in the sun in a moment, which is going to help. And Mark is in a full winter coat, which he brought along. It is a full coat, which a lot of people are currently wearing at the moment, those people who have looked at the forecast before starting their holidays. Although it is interesting because you definitely see people who have not brought those and they look absolutely frozen to the bone. A lot of people would definitely underestimate this. We were trying to work out what the temperature would be like before we got here. This is a particularly cold Florida January. When I was looking at the previous temperatures, it honestly went up to like 28 degrees on this same day, like last year and the year before.
Well, next week's meant to be like that as well, isn't it?
Yeah, next week is meant to heat up. Yeah, today's definitely going to be the coldest day that we have here. But what we're going to find out today is what it's like to experience the parks in such cold temperatures, because a lot of people come to Florida for the warmth, but is it worth coming and saving a little bit of money and potentially having shorter wait times just to wrap up? We're going to work out how cold it is and also any of the differences. So far, one thing I can say is all of the people that work here look frozen to the bone, the ones that are working outside, and they are all saying stay warm. So it's definitely a cold day for them as well. So the resort pools are heated. However, I'm not sure how hot. We've not actually gone in them. So probably still a little bit chilly to go and have a swim. But I do believe they will be opening at some point soon. And you'll probably have the whole thing to yourself, to be honest, because I doubt many people are going to go for a swim today. So that's one bonus. One thing to take into consideration before you book your holiday in January is the Skyliner. If you're staying on a Skyliner resort, you're planning on using the Skyliner, it will go down for maintenance in January, and you don't tend to know those dates until a couple of weeks before. So we arrived on the 17th, and the Skyliner is down to Hollywood Studios until today, which is the 21st, and it's going to be opening up to the other Skyliner destinations such as Epcot, Riviera, Caribbean Beach on approximately the 27th. So
Caribbean Beach, because that's the cross bit.
Okay,
It's just Riviera.
I am corrected. Caribbean Beach is open, yes. But yeah, that's one thing to take into consideration if that is going to affect you. They will, however, put buses and stuff. Okay, it is closed at the moment, but they are testing it, so it's probably going to open up later today. There are signs of life on the Skyliner, but we are going to have to go and take the bus to Hollywood Studios this morning. But that is one thing to note. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be open up later today for our return journey.
Warm in the sun.
It is nice and warm in the sun.
That's why I'm wearing this.
You just can't find a nice happy medium, can you? Warm in the sun, cold in the shade.
And also the temperature fluctuates a lot.
That's true, the temperature really does fluctuate. Yesterday was another day very similar to temperatures that we have today. And while we were out in the sunshine in the day, it was roasty toasty.
I might have to go and change this.
Already reconsidering the coat. I think the best way of doing this is layers, quite frankly, and things like hats, gloves, stuff like that you can easily take on and off, and it will affect your temperature instead of big bulky coats. I don't know if you can see behind me, but the queue for Hollywood Studios is absolutely unreal. So we have dipped and decided we're going to go to Epcot instead because it is at least 3 buses full there. So we're just going to get in the queue for Epcot and go for a nice Epcot morning.
Do that, or Magic Kingdom, we're going to do like the pirate maps and stuff. We've got bookings for Magic Kingdom, Big Thunder and stuff.
Oh, that's a good point.
Well,
right.
I'm up for either.
Well, let's go to Epcot and then we'll get the Skyliner over to Magic Kingdom for Big Thunder.
Okay.
We are just heading into Epcot now, and it is perfect blue skies with very few clouds. But it is chilly. In the sun, it's absolutely all right if you've got like, you know, a little hat on or something. But it is chilly when you go in those shaded areas. It's a little chilly. But so far, queues are pretty low. It is a Sunday, so it is a weekend. So it should be pretty busy, but I have a feeling because it's so chilly, wait time should be pretty low.
Welcome home. Awesome. Have a good day. Hello. Have a great day, you guys. Hey, come on over. I love your spirit jersey.
This one?
Yeah.
I'm not the one that gets complimented. I
Look
got
at
complimented
that.
on my stuff.
You did get complimented. That beautiful golf ball. Honestly, Epcot is just my favourite park. It's so good. So we're going to go and book in our first return time.
Which we're gonna have a look at times, I guess, but
What have we
see,
got?
I would say Ratatouille makes sense.
Yep, Ratatouille is 55 minutes.
Because we're going around there anyway. Test Track's a lot longer, but like we can book that in.
Okay,
So 11:38.
Yeah, perfect.
Busy weekend.
Busy
We
weekend.
should have a slightly quieter week next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you get a time slot.
Because we are here in January, we are here in Festival of the Arts. So you will see a bunch of artists around and you can buy their artwork. It's the shortest of the Epcot festivals. And it's one that we've not been to before. We were here during the Food and Wine, which was amazing. So I'm intrigued to see how this fares. Oh, look at the displays to take pictures in. There's a Wish one. Cute. Look at this absolutely incredible chalk art on the floor. This one from Encanto. And then you can see the artists over here drawing them. It is so lovely. Oh my goodness. These are amazing. Honestly, being here without any of the humidity, but seeing just beautiful weather is incredible. It's so nice. It's more similar to, like, you know, Disneyland Paris weather, because it's just, there's no humidity. It's lovely. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. And this is the most gorgeous day to be walking around World Showcase. I honestly feel just emotional. I feel so happy here in a way that I feel, you know, I feel so much more relaxed here than I do in, like, say, Magic Kingdom, for example. I feel quite overwhelmed there. There's a lot of noises, there's a lot of hustle and bustle, people everywhere. And Epcot, there's just so many calming spaces. It's lovely. We're just going into the Ratatouille area in the Paris Pavilion. Well, the France Pavilion, and my goodness me, it's so beautiful. It is so beautiful.
Hey guys, the food is for them, not you.
So we just got off Ratatouille, and one of the cast members there actually works in Disneyland Paris, but is over here for the time being. And their name was Alex. They were phenomenal. We're just leaving a cast compliment on the app, which is basically the acknowledgement that they've been lovely. which means a lot to the cast members over here. So if you get a cast member who has been really, really special, then pop their name in, give them a cast compliment. And yeah, they were just so lovely, so lovely. We're talking about Disneyland Paris and Avengers Campus, and it was just really, really nice. We were on the hunt for the artist table. So during the Festival of the Arts, they have a whole bunch of food booths. So far, I've not found anything gluten-free. During Food and Wine, there was a really good selection of gluten-free things. But so far, we found nothing that's gluten-free. So I will keep you updated for those of you who are also interested in allergy things. I did see some that were, you know, milk-free, honey-free, etc. But so far, nothing gluten-free. But we're going to go and get some duck and dumplings for Mark for his first taste of the Festival of the Arts.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, thank
Awesome.
you. It's Raja. I mean, yes, it's fine.
Thank you.
Of course, sorry about that. Thank you. Here you go, sir.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy. You guys
Thank
have a
you.
good day. You're welcome. Thank you.
It's not loads of food.
It's not loads of
It's
food,
what I
but it's like,
expected, I think.
it's the way I see it, it's kind of like gourmet taste of food for like a, you know, a fair price.
Yeah. What is that?
Isn't that one of the?
It's like potato.
It looks like a lime, but surely it's
Oh,
not.
well, it is. I'll try a duck. It's a little cold,
A little cold, okay.
but nice, I think.
That looks like a potato. I thought it'd be a dumpling, not a potato.
No, it's a dumpling. Cheese dumpling.
Cheese dumpling, okay.
Potter.
Is it good?
Yeah, tasty.
Nice. Would you get this again?
I'd need to try some of the others.
Yeah, fair. So we've gone to Regal Eagle Smokehouse, which is in the USA Pavilion, and I've got a beef brisket sandwich in garlic bread, which looks amazing, alongside some baked beans with, what were they called? Pork? No, burnt ends. And then Mark has got a burger of some sort.
Angus burger.
Some sort of like barbecue Angus burger, which comes with an onion ring, and he's also got the same side. It looks pretty good. All of this came to about $30, but it looks really good. Tasty? Nice. So we're just heading into the China Pavilion, which we've never actually explored before. There's so many pavilions that we've not walked into, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. Each one feels like you have been transported to a completely different place. And there's so many little spots that you can just go for a bit of calm, and it's so lovely. So we're going to see what's inside. This is really cool. There's shows inside the Disney Shanghai Resort, which I would love to visit one day for many reasons, but the main one being they have a whole area of the park dedicated to pirates and a completely different Pirates of the Caribbean ride, which looks so immersive. This is so cool. There's just so much stuff. So if it does get really cold, you can just come inside. Honestly, I've taken off my jacket because it is quite warm now. It's about 15 degrees, so it really has risen in the day. It's gone from 4 degrees to 15, which in Fahrenheit is like 40 to, I want to say it's like 60 something. And it's really lovely, it's really pleasant, honestly. I've taken my hat off as well. It's been a really, really nice day. I would definitely come back again during this time. The only thing is, obviously you can't control which foods go into the different festivals. We found that the Food and Wine in 2022, which is when we were here last, had amazing options for gluten-free food. Each booth also had about 3 or 4 different food items, whereas this time during the Festival of the Arts, there's 2 things that are gluten-free in the whole festival, and each menu only has 2 things, so it's quite limited in terms of choice. However, having said that, it's really, really lovely weather. There's no humidity, and in terms of things being closed, the only real rides and things that we found that are closed are Rock and Roller Coaster, which is under a little bit of maintenance. Big Thunder Mountain was closed for a couple of days for maintenance, and Kali River Rapids is closed until the springtime, which, to be honest, if you wanted to go on that right now anyway, I would be really questioning you, because who wants to get soaking wet in the winter? Other than that, the Skyland is under maintenance, and some of the pools in some of the resorts are under maintenance. So realistically, if that stuff doesn't affect you in terms of what you want to do on your holiday, then I think if you can save some money by coming to January, it is well worth it. We also got a good deal in terms of getting some dining and merchandise credit because we bought it during this time of the year. If we were to buy during a different time, perhaps there'll be a different deal on. However, we did not get that same deal when we went in August and September of 2022. So that is also something to keep in mind. Another thing you can do when booking is use a cashback app. I will link the one that I use down below in the comments, because we saved like £200 from booking this holiday through that, which is £200 immediately, you know, in your spending money, which is really, really nice. So overall, I would give it a solid thumbs up in terms of coming in January. I would prep all of the things. Bring outfits for every weather. Bring shorts, bring earmuffs, bring hats, bring coats, bring jumpers, bring tank tops, bring flip-flops, like bring everything, because it really is a roller coaster in terms of the weather. And just be prepared with, you know, the little things in your bag like gloves and hats, just in case the weather really does turn. And ultimately, you're going to have a great time. What I will say though is if you are expecting no crowds, then you're going to really struggle, because there have been a lot of crowds. We expected it to be super quiet, and honestly, it's still been crazy busy. So definitely do still expect crowds. I think that's something that has really surprised us. Most of the wait times are still crazy high. Lightning lanes are really full. All of the things that you expect to be completely empty are not. So keep that in mind when you're booking. But if you have any questions for what it's like to come in January, what it's like to come when it's cold, or just any of those things, then feel free to put them in the comments below, and I will try and answer all of those. But thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to watch the rest of the vlog series and all the other videos from this trip. There will also be some videos on TikTok as well. I've just filmed the whole test track experience, so feel free to take a look at those. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.